Hi, I'm the Moorlander and this is Moorlander EDC. Now, just recently back from both Enforcetac and IWA in Germany, and every single year I have a little bit of a kind of, what bag should I take this year? And there was a new bag that's just been released by Savotta that you guys have been asking about a lot. So I thought I'd do a trial by fire, not literally in the literal sense, but in the figurative sense, and take this away with me to Germany for the full week that I was there. So what we're here today to look at, this is the newly released Niukka from Savotta. Now, from what I understand, Niukka means meager, which on the size of this is a 20 litre backpack, so it's on the smaller side when you look at a lot of other Savotta's other backpacks. But I think really for EDC, 20 to 25 litres usually is around about perfect for your day breaks, just going out and doing whatever it is that you need to do. But specifically with this one, so I'd had this on for the several hours a day that I was there filming. When it was part of Enforcetac, we took our backpacks with us, but we couldn't have our backpacks on whilst we were filming, so instead we had them off, and we'd got these big kind of carts that we were pulling around that had got all the filming equipment. So this stayed on the cart, which made it perfect actually, mainly because of its 20 litre size. Now I will give the exact dimensions down here below, and we will go into it a little bit more in depth, but as far as just having this around, 20 litres have been perfect, and it actually feels a little bit more than 20 litres. You often find with certain packs that they say 20 litres, it just feels a little bit less. With this one, with it saying 20 litres, it feels a little bit more, mainly because of the fact that it's reasonably square. So it comes down, there's not an exact right angle here at the bottom, but it just means that you can use the full pack to get all of your gear in here. But for walking around town, doing the city break, having a look around Nuremberg, I was able to take this with me, and it was great, just enough, not too much, not too little, just all the essentials perfect in here. For the two show floors for Enforcetac, as I mentioned, this was on the trolley that we were with, but at IWA I wore this for the whole event while I was there. Again, it was just perfect. One of the things I was just a little worried about was last year I took a 28 litre pack. I took the what was it? It was the Yakardi M, and that was great because I could put loads of stuff in it. So I was a little worried that going down to kind of roughly 2/3 of that I wouldn't have enough space. Yeah, it was perfect. I managed to get everything that I need to in here. Now, as far as travelling is concerned, again, no worries whatsoever. I flew with Lufthansa. I put it into, they always have those kind of little things just to make sure that it fit like a glove. There was even space around it. Going through security, it does have some metal parts on here, but going through security had no issues with it whatsoever. Yeah, absolute dream to be able to travel with. Now, as we usually do, let's turn the camera around and let's take a closer look. Now, as we usually do, we'll go through some materials, a little bit about the colour options that you've got here, and then we'll go into the actual features of the pack itself. Now, as far as materials are concerned, Savotta always go big. Yeah, they're just very tough materials. So this is made from, actually, so this is lighter than some of the other materials that they've used in the past, but this is made from a 500D Cordura. Some of you may be like, oh, I just wish they made it with 1000D. They could have done, it would have made it a lot stiffer pack. It would have made it a lot of a heavier pack as well. For the size, it's just about right, and I think a lot of us forget that 500D is still pretty freaking tough when it comes to everyday backpacks. Colours are concerned, there are several, so there are 3 or 4 different flat colours: green, tan, black. There is also a few different camos as well. If I remember rightly, you can get this in multicam. You might be able to get it in multicam tropic as well, I think. But for me, Finnish gear, it has to be in the Finnish MO5 camo. Savotta did send this to me, and they asked if and I was like, yep, It's got to be that. And weirdly, at the event, and I do want to say hello to all of the people that came up, because there were so many Finns that came up, and they were like, "Oh, MO5," and I was like, "Oh, hey," and yeah, it's just a really nice kind of conversation starter with the people from Finland that I met there. So yeah, now your colours. This is also, there is a DWR coating on this, so if it gets wet it will just run off, it will run off. If it does soak through on the inside, it does have a PU backing as well. So what I will say about Savotta's choice with the DWR coating on the front and the PU liner on the inside, sorry, backing, not a liner, it does make their gear very good in cold, kind of damp conditions. Certainly never had any issues with it whatsoever. If you are doing some nighttime ops, let's say, and you're concerned about concealment, this is also NIR compatible for your nods and that kind of stuff. Now, going through the pack itself, everything that you'll see on this pack, apart from maybe the stickers, the patches, and this the bungee cord, is included in here. So the bungee cord itself is an additional purchase. If you've got some other bungee cords, you can use yours. Savotta have a separate bungee cord pack that you can purchase to add to this. So for me, I've looped it through here and then through this the PALS webbing here at the bottom. Now, starting at the bottom, which is generally where I tend to start, so there is some PALS webbing on here. Now, what you'll find about the Niukka is that it's very different, or at least it's the most low-key backpack that I'd say that they do. There's no PALS webbing on the front, there's no PALS webbing on the side. If you were to get maybe the green one or the perfectly black one, it doesn't have that kind of tactical kind of vibe to it. Now, when you get it in MO5 camo, of course it will do, but it doesn't generally have that. The only kind of nod to their other backpacks that is on here mainly is with the webbing here on the bottom. I believe this is it's a polyester webbing, and it's also colour matched as well. But what that means is, so where I have this bungee on the front, rather than just tying it here at the bottom, I've looped it through here. So if again I just need to pull this down. Whilst I was travelling, I'd got a shirt on, but I also got a kind of an over shirt coat over the top of that, and it did get hot. So I put it in through here, and then you can just kind of cinch this down at the bottom, pull it tight, and you're good to go. But other than that, fairly plain flat bottom. It can stand by itself. As I mentioned at the beginning, it's a fairly rectangular pack, and if you've got the balance of whatever your gear is in there, then it can kind of bottom stand, it can tail stand. I don't think it's designed to do that though, by the way. I think just if you've got the right balance in there and you put it down, then yeah, it will do. Now, on the sides, both of the sides are identical, so whatever we look at on one side you will see on the other. So you have two compression straps on here. The compression straps themselves, rather than using plastic buckles, they have G-hooks on here, so here are your G-hooks. The vast majority, in fact I'd say probably all of Savotta's packs are designed in such a way that if you're concerned about plastics breaking, everything can be removed and can be replaced by a G-hook. And with this one, they've just gone straight in with G-hooks. Now, the loops that are here and here, if you wanted to, you could get the plastics and you could add them to that. The split back ones, you could put it on there, so it just makes it a little bit quicker to be able to get them. I will say they're a little bit fiddly. You just have to kind of get them right. When you're putting it on, it's a lot easier to do, but when you're putting it off, because of the bit at the bottom of the G-hook that's there to make sure it doesn't come off easily, you just have to have a bit of a fiddle with it, but it's not that bad. However, if you did want to change it, you can put some plastics on there. It's not going to be difficult to do. But what this does mean is, with other Savotta packs on the side here, generally there would be some sort of option that you could store something on the side. You could add additional packs or pouches to the side. It's just not so with this one. Now that's not to say that you couldn't jerry rig something, because you have two compression straps here. You could put something underneath this, batten these down and make sure that they're kind of holding that on. Here at the top as well, you also have a gear loop. So if you've got some additional paracord, if you've got some additional bungee, whatever it is that you've got, or maybe a carabiner that you can loop onto this, and then you can then use that to attach this at the top, then use the compression straps to kind of put to hold that on. You can still do it, but this is designed to, the name of it is meager. It's designed to strip a lot of that back just to have a very tough, simple backpack. Now with these compression straps, your straps are a bit flappy around. For me, as you've seen there, I just pass it back through this and pull it down. It just means that it profiles that to the side of the bag. You do have a small port here at the top though, so if you want to push this, the top one, into here, which I'm not going to be able to do whilst I'm filming, oh, I managed to get that in, then you can slide that in. Or if it is that you just don't want to have this compression strap on here whatsoever, again, it's because I've pushed that in there, because you don't want to have that at all, you can push the whole compression strap in here and have that so it's completely out of the way. The difference with the two of these compression straps is there's just the port at the top here for this top compression strap. Let's put that back where I usually have it. Get yourself in there, youth. There isn't one here at the bottom. I'm not sure what the decision for that was, although you do have this bit at the bottom here, so I'm sure you could probably, I guarantee that's why the decision is, because you have this port here at the bottom, so if you did want to take the straps off, you can pass that back through there, which would probably make sense. If you had that too close to that, it would just be, yeah, that'll be right. Anyway, so there are the sides. Very simple and very kind of low-key. As mentioned, what you see on this side, exactly the same as you see on this side. Oh, sorry, and I forgot to mention as well, so here at the top, you have a hole for hydration bladder, which, as mentioned, you know, same on one side, same on the other, so you don't have to be a lefty or a righty, or it doesn't come out of the middle at the top. The ports are there, so if you've got a hydration bladder, your hose can come over whichever shoulder you prefer. I have mine over my left shoulder, and that works for me. If you're enjoying today's content and you'd like to support my channel, the easiest way to do that is hitting that like button and also subscribing. If you choose to subscribe today, I'd like to say thank you and welcome to the community. Now, back to today's featured content. Now on the front, which I've kind of alluded to a few times already, you can put some bungee cord through here. Now the bungee cord itself just goes through the pass-throughs for where the G-hook bits are, so it just passes through there, and I've got mine set up just like this. But as I mentioned, so these are sold separately. It doesn't come with this bungee cord. At the top you have a really big, nice field of hook and loop, so if you want to put your Savotta cult patch on there, it fits on there perfectly, but there's still just enough room if you want to put some other patches as well. Underneath there, hopefully you'll see that there are two zipper pulls coming down here from the bottom. So with these zipper pulls, you have a nice large pocket here on the front. So this goes, this goes all the way down. I've still got some stuff in it. So there's one of my trinket pouches. This is what I took with me. This has got my business cards in there, and I happen to have a Corinthia lanyard left in there as well. But yeah, so really big. This goes all the way from the top here, so if you have a large item that you need to be able to kind of wangle in, then it will fit up to the top, and it goes all the way down to the bottom, so it fills this full face. Getting stuff in and out of here is really nice. It does have a little bit of kind of volume in here. I don't know if they've created it with volume. Yes, they have. So there's some pleats here on the side, so that just adds a little bit of volume, so that when you're trying to get stuff in and out, it's very easy to be able to get stuff in and out. Now, as far as compartments is concerned, I'm going to call this a pocket here on the front. It's just a very simple single compartment, and you have double zips to this. The zips on here are Croco Zips, who are a European manufacturer of zips. They've been making zippers since the 1940s. Very similar to YKK. I've never had any issues with Croco zips. Actually, I'll take a step back as well. So as far as where this is made, this is a fully European pack. Savotta make their gear between the place in Finland, and they also have a place in Estonia, I believe. I think it's Estonia where they also make some stuff. Plus with the Croco zips, then yeah, it's fully European made, which I think is really nice. Now, on the inside of the front flap, you do have some mesh in here, so you can get into the pocket on this. I've got car keys, I've got some other kind of bits and bobs in there, but this front one is perfectly suited so that you can just pull this down where your compression strap is here and your compression strap is here. It'll stop it just kind of spilling all of your stuff out. Now I've got some extra bits in here because I'm filming some other stuff for Moorlander Tactical today. So I have a chest rig in here at the moment, which certainly isn't usual for Moorlander EDC. So this is what I take with me whenever I go away abroad, whether that's with work, even with kind of my wife and kids as well. So this is another one of their trinket pouches, but in this, so I've got like ibuprofen, I've got Imodium, I've got paracetamol, I've got sunblock, I've got loads of little kind of things just in case you got some issues. I've got a schmog. Also filming some flashlight content today, so we've got 2 flashlights in here as well. And some of you will be waiting for this European adapter, which makes sense. There's the other flashlight that should have been in one of those boxes. Yes, so I know some of you will be waiting specifically to hear this. And I'm happy to say that Mr. and Mrs. Savotta got in touch and they said, we want to make sure that all future packs are tactical teddy bear compliant. So I can confirm, as far as international tactical teddy bear compliance, the Niukka backpack is 100% tactical teddy bear compliant. Now on the inside here, so hopefully here now you can see, so there's the PU backing, and where this pocket was here at the front, there's actually another pocket underneath this, so it's a little bit deeper to get into, but when that first bit opens for your compression strap, it's easy to get into this one. You have to open the compression straps to get fully into it. Now if I fully open the compression straps and get both of these off, it will do a full clamshell. So if you need to be able to get into this and rip it open to, I don't know, get it out, whatever it is that you need, it will fully open, fully splay out, and yes, you can get into that. Now behind here, there is a reservoir sleeve for a hydration bladder. You have 3 fixation points here at the top, depending on whatever type of hydration bladder you use. And I'm pretty sure either a 2 or a 3 litre hydration bladder will easily be able to fit into this. And then on the side here and then the side there's your ports. Now I'm going to take this out mainly because this is what comes with it. So hopefully for many of you who are also Savotta fans, you'll know that recent Savotta packs, what they have done is they have a system on the back here where your rear padding is concerned. So this is the one that actually comes with it, and this slots into the back. But Savotta have again brilliantly done this so there's the sleeve in the back that this fits in. So this is the one that normally comes with this. fits in there, folds over at the top, similar to like a plate carrier, how it kind of folds over, and then you've got some hooking up at the top there. So that's in there. That actually makes it a little bit lighter, which is this is how it comes out of the bag. But if you have one of these Savotta sit mats, then this will fit perfectly into that slot, so you'll always have a sit mat with you wherever you go. But you can still use this as a sit mat, so if you're out, you want to sit down on something, you can pull this out easily, you can protect your bum with that, put it back in again, and then you are out and about and you're off walking. So I like that they've done that. But what you'll see is the Niukka, the Kahaka, the Cantamus, all of the recent backpacks that have come out within the last couple of years all now have this rear panel. Now what that means is though that this section here, there's no flow of air through here. Now I will say though, the show floor at both IWA and Enforstack did get pretty warm. So I was a little bit sweaty, but it did a reasonably good job of keeping the sweat off my back. So it doesn't have the air flow through, and if there's anything that I could change about this, if there was like a channel, just some padding that they could add here and here that would allow that air flow through, I think that'd be great. But like I say, it's more of an observation. I didn't really sweat all that too much with it. Now the suspension system, I forgot to mention, all this time it's been hanging from this grab handle. The grab handle's really nice and big. You can throw this around. What I will say is, actually that's another good point. So as far as traveling with this, I like to have as many different grab handles on a bag as possible. Main reason for that is putting stuff in overhead compartments, getting stuff out of the back of taxis, all of that sort of stuff. There's always someone behind you grumbling that you're going too slow. So grab handles everywhere does a really good job of just making sure that you're not annoying somebody that's behind you that wants you to do something faster. So the grab handle on the top is great. But the grab handles, it doesn't have grab handles on the side, but instead, because of these compression straps, they work really well as kind of grab handles. So you can just grab it, you can take it out of whatever, put it on your back, get out of whatever situation you're in, so that the person behind you is not bloody huffing and puffing because you're taking too long to do something. So really nice grab handle at the top, and you can use the side bits. Now, as far as the suspension system is concerned, again, if you've had a few of the newer Savotta backpacks in recent years, you'll notice the suspension system. So it's the same suspension system from the I need to make sure I get this right, from the Kahaka, the two, because there's a smaller and there's a larger Kahaka. It's the same suspension system that if you have the other one, the roll top one that fits on the front of everything, I've just completely forgot. I'll put it down here what that's called. So you can get a padded suspension system that fits on that one. I'm still trying to remember what that bag's called. Damn it, I love that bag anyway. So yeah, so it's the same as here. At the top you have two metal D-rings, and then at the bottom here you also have two metal D-rings. So if you did want to take this off, very simple to take it off. You've got some sliders here at the top. You can just undo these, take it off, and yeah, it's off. But what it also means is these kind of float around a little bit more. So if you have a wider shoulder, if you have a thinner shoulder, the straps just naturally sit where you want them to sit, which is really quite comfortable. If you want to have if you find that the straps, you need to have more kind of strap on your shoulder as well, then you can loosen these so that the distance between the actual padded part from there is increased. You can it's pretty kind of malleable what you can do with it, but it's also very simple. They attach here at the top, they attach here at the bottom, and then you've got your normal sliders so that you can increase or decrease the length on here. The straps are all colour matched as well, uses the same colour matched webbing on the front. So the webbing on the front here, if you've got a radio system or a comm system or something that you want to attach to here, or you're doing day trips and you've got like a little compass for when you're walking around town or something, whatever it is that you want to add, you can add those two here as well. And then you have your a sternum strap. Now the sternum strap on here, rather than one that slides up and down, it uses the daisy chain webbing here, so you can just get it right. Now when it comes to you, I think it's the one above this. It was just a little bit too high for me, so I took it off, turned it round, put it on here, moved it down a step on the ladder, and it's just right. But as I mentioned, if you want to, some people just don't like sternum straps, you can completely take this off and yeah, you're good to go. So there you have it, the Savotta Niukka. Niukka by name, but definitely not Niukka by nature. This is definitely different to other Savotta packs, just in the respect that a lot of Savotta packs designed for the military use, designed for the Finnish military, they have that kind of military look to them. Pretty much all of their packs have some sort of PALS webbing on here. You could completely strip this one of their packs back, and this is what they've created. So if you're a fan of Savotta backpacks but you don't want to have that tactical look 24/7, then the Niukka is actually perfect for that. What I'd love to see is the Niukka become a family. So there'll be so this is the 20 litre. 20 litres for me, I always carry a lot. I always carry too much. So what it did really is just forced me to think about more about what I carry. If they did similar to the Kahaka, where you have a smaller one and then you also have a larger one, I think that would be great. Something around kind of 26, 27 litres for the Niukka, which I suppose wouldn't make sense because it's the Niukka, it's a smaller, it's kind of a pack that you just put your essentials into. But it still has that Savotta DNA on here. It's still ridiculously tough. It's still something that if you wanted to, you could probably hand this down to your grandkids, because it will probably end up looking exactly the same as it did when you first bought it. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of this, full disclosure, so this was sent to me by Savotta. I have a great relationship with them in the fact that when they send me something, they say, Rand, just please make some honest content. And I feel like I've made some honest content here today. There's been some suggestions on things that I'd slightly change about this. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You might say, oh, well, Randy, you're a massive Savotta fanboy. Yeah, I know. I'm a massive Savotta fanboy. I love their gear, absolutely love their gear. There's very little that they've created in the past that I've been hypercritical about because I've not liked it. So again, take that as you may. I really do like their packs. Now, of course, I'll leave some links below so that you can see where you can pick up your Savotta gear from. If you're on mainland Europe, which the vast majority of you probably are, it's very easy to buy directly from Savotta. Here in the UK, you can't buy directly from Savotta. Instead, you've got the likes of Versaleka and lots of other companies, and there's still companies here in the UK. So I'll try and find some of those links, and I'll leave those links below as well. And yeah, I hope you're all good. I hope you've all had a nice week. I usually leave this to the bloopers, I don't know why I'm doing this now. Anyway, so I'll leave some links below so that you can see more from Savotta and where you can pick these up. I'll also leave some of my social media links below so that you can see more from me here on Moorlander EDC and my sister channel, Moorlander Tactical, which I will be doing some chest rig content on soon. And whether you're watching this on YouTube or Rumble, as always, stay safe, stay Moorlander, and stay EDC. It reminds me of that pint-sized girlfriend that you had in high school that was small and petite but could absolutely rip your head off if she wanted to. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna let's do that bit again. Today's beverage of choice is the beverage of champions. the humble hot Ribena. I don't know if anyone follows the Angry Finnish Girl on Instagram. I don't think that's her name, but she refers to herself as the Angry Finnish Girl. And every now and again she'll do one of those. It's like, today the Finnish word of the day is niukka. It means meager or whatever. I mean, that was a shockingly bad Finnish accent. Niukka. She does funny words like, I can't think of the ones that she did. She did one, I think one was called the pussy telephone, which is the thing that you wash your bum with after you've, anyway. Niukka. I'm probably saying that wrong. I went into bloopers mode, wishing you all well. I probably should do that in the normal bit, but I'll still do it here. It feels weird doing it in that bit. Anyway, as I was saying, I hope you're all well. Hope you all had a good week. And yeah. Oh, by the way, so we did our debrief. I did a live stream, the Beer and Gear live stream, which is the last Friday of every month. I did a debrief in that of all the kind of adventures and findings that I had whilst I was away with Enforced Tack. Sorry, I'm messing around with this in my pocket. While I was at Enforced Tack and while I was at IWA. So that's live now, you can go back and you can watch that. But if you're not aware, the last Friday of every month, which I think the coming one probably will be, I think it's the 27th of March. The last Friday of every month is the Beer and Gear live stream, where we sit down, have a few beers and talk about gear. The name is perfectly suited and hopefully explains what it is. But anyway, yeah, there you go. Cool. See you soon.